Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Janelle and I post makeup videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So if you absolutely love your makeup, make sure that you subscribe and join the family here in Makeup Land. Today's makeup is going to be yet another full coverage makeup beat. I love full coverage. We're going to be going in with some Maybelline, some L'Oreal, some McGrath. I have the JUVIA'S Culture eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be working with today. This is what the palette looks like. So with that said, let's just jump right in, get some makeup on my face, get me nice and transformed for the day. I'm going to start by priming. For primer, I'm going in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It comes out like a gel. And this is a gripping primer for the makeup. It gets nice and tacky on the skin. It looks a little bit shiny, but as I always say, that goes away once I put my foundation on. For foundation, I'm going to take it back to the old school. I'm going to go in with a drugstore foundation. This is the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 356 Warm Coconut. I like to go in and dot that foundation all over my face. I'm going to go in with a Real Technique sponge and just pounce that foundation in. Just taking my time to make sure that we have nice even coverage on the face. Alright, so we are nicely blended out. We have our blank canvas to work with. I'm going to do some concealing and highlighting with the McGrath Skin Fetish Concealer. In my opinion, this is one of the best concealers on the market, and I'm using this in the shade MD23. Over my lip to hide my mustache. On my forehead. Down the bridge of my nose. And a little bit on my chin. These are the areas that I like to conceal and highlight. I always let my concealer dry down, and while I do that, I like to contour my face. I'm going in with my favorite, which is the black Opal stick foundation in Suede Mocha. Alright, and those are the areas that I like to contour. I'm going to go in with a BH Cosmetics number 3 brush and blend that contour out. I like to push upwards when I'm doing my cheekbones to make sure that the face is nice and sculpted and nice and lifted. Makeup is a process, guys. It's a process. Alright, so that contour is nicely blended out. Concealer has been drying down for a while. I'm going to switch to a callus sponge. I'm just making sure I get the excess water out of that sponge. And I'm going to start on my chin. And I like to go in patting motions so that I can control exactly where that concealer goes. When I get to my under eye, I like to start around the edges of the under eye. Then I go in and blend the inner corner of the under eye. Always making sure to look up so you get directly under your lower lash line. Alright, so concealer is nicely blended out. That concealer, it is so good. I'm going to set it down with the JUVIA'S I Am Magic setting powder. I use this in the shade Gobi. And this combination of the Pat McGrath concealer and the JUVIA'S powder, it is so good. It makes the under eyes look so smooth, nice and buttery. I'm going to go in and set down the bridge of my nose where I would have highlighted with that concealer. You know, I'm just making sure that that concealer is nicely set down. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder in the shade 355 Sienna. Alright, so face is nice and set, and this L'Oreal powder, I absolutely love it for setting my foundation down. It makes the complexion look so smooth, and it works so good at controlling the oils since it is a foundation powder. I'm going to bronze it up with my Revolution Beauty Splendour Ultra Matte Bronzer in dark. And my bronzer brush is the Ashley Lee P04 brush. I'm also going to use that bronzer to sculpt my nose out. And I like to go back in with my sponge to make sure that it is nicely blended, that the nose doesn't look too harsh. Alright, so base is done. I'm just going to do my brows off camera, prime my eyes, and come back and get into the eyeshadow look. Alright guys, so brows are done and eyes are primed. To prime my eyes, I just went in with a little bit of my concealer and then just set it down with my setting powder, the Juvia's Place one. For my eyes, I'm going to go into the Culture palette and I'm going to dip into this brown shade and use that in my crease. Wasabio is the name. And I'm going in with a Morphe M434 blending brush. I'm just laying that color down in the crease, not doing any blending, just going in pattern motions. Alright, so we need a transition shade. I'm going to dip into this. It's like a light, like a yellowy browny shade, and it's called Nairaland. And I'm going to switch to a clean Morphe M434 brush. Now for my lids, I'm going to go into the gold shimmer shade called Shona. That shade right there. And there's no mirror. I thought with a palette that's so big, it would actually come with a mirror. So I have to pick it up, show you what I'm doing, put it down, grab a mirror. Yeah. This gold is stunning. I'm just going to go back in with the brown shade and reblend the outer edge and the crease. And this is the brown shade called Wasabia. I'm going to use that same brown shade Wasabia on my lower lash line. Alright, so I'm done with the palette. I'm just going to pop a pair of lashes on, come back and wrap up the rest of my face, do a nice cute lip, some blush. Alright guys, so lashes are on. I just put a pair of Ardell Wispies on. You know I don't like anything too dramatic for my lashes. And eyeshadow look looks cute. I'm going to put some blush on. For my blush today, I'm going to go in with the MAC Sheertone blush in the shade Pinch Me. For the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to dip into the LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder in the shade 50 Watt. You know, I love an inner corner highlight. I'm going to set with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This smells so good, so fruity, and it takes away the powdery look from your makeup. As the final step for under my eyes, I'm going to switch to my Morphe M554 brush, paddle brush. Dip into my setting powder, shake the excess off, and just going and make sure that this area is nice and matte. For my lips, I'm going to line my lips with an LA Girl lip liner. It's a brown pencil and the shade is called Cola. It's brown, but it has like a hint of purple in it. It's not a true brown. For lipsticks, I'm going to go in with an LA Colors Matte Liquid Lip Color. This one is in the shade Smashing. It's a nude. I'm going to top that lipstick off with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 010 Crystal. Lips look nice and juicy. Alright guys, and that is the makeup look all complete. I like it. I love the eyes. That gold shade is so fabulous on the lid. I love the blush. Love the lipstick that I chose to go along with the look. Yeah. So that's it guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me for yet another video. I hope you are doing fabulous. I hope you have a fantastic week wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.